It's day 2 of protests at Howard University. This as students conduct a sit-in over poor housing conditions. Fox 5's Jacqueline Matter joins us now live from Blackburn Center on campus with more. Jacqueline.
Hey there, Angie. We are talking rats. We're talking roaches, mold. Those are just some of the issues that students here at Howard University are complaining about. Now, we were previously at the protest earlier. We were kicked off campus, so now we're standing outside of the Blackburn Center, which is right behind this building here. That is where dozens of protesters are sitting outside. Many more are sitting inside of the Blackburn Center who can't leave or risk losing their efforts. Videos sent to Fox 5 shows water pouring out of pipes, expired air filters with mold and mildew.
Look at this. Like, are you serious?
And mushrooms growing on ceilings and walls. With tuition being nearly $50,000 a year, they say they're frustrated with how Howard University's administration has handled the situation. Many students we spoke to want to remain anonymous out of fear of getting expelled.
Her entire room flooded.
Close friend of mine, same thing, roof collapsed.
There's mold in the dorms.
And in the meantime, they were not concerned with how she was getting by.
The group Live Movement, a coalition of students from historically black colleges and universities, originally invited faculty and school officials to a town hall Tuesday night to address their concerns. Instead, police arrived on campus to try to remove students. Students are now demanding an in-person meeting with administrators by the end of the month, voting power for student representatives on the Board of Trustees, and further discussion of housing plans for future students. Howard University tweeting a statement saying in part they support the right to a peaceful protest, and during a student town hall, a small group interrupted the constructive dialogue and instigated the sit-in. They went on to say they have sat down with student leaders for lunch to open up a conversation about their concerns over the past 2 weeks.
Why am I paying full tuition when all my classes are online?
Could have been doing that back home.
Students say their protests have remained peaceful, even when administrators threatened to expel students if they did not leave the building before noon on Wednesday. Instead, hundreds more went inside. At one point, campus police blocked food, water, and resources from coming into Blackburn, where the students were gathered. For nearly every student Fox 5 spoke with, they all say they will not leave until their demands are met.
I'd rather get kicked out of school, but no. I got kicked out of school, but now I'm looking back on news or looking back at my friends, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry you got kicked out, but, we have housing that doesn't have mushrooms, doesn't have fungi, doesn't have, stuff like that. Buildings aren't leaking anymore.
Now, we did get our hands on an email that went out from faculty to the students here at Howard University that said that they stand in solidarity with these students. As of right now, though, the university has not responded to the request from the protesters to have that in-person meeting. I also chatted with one of the leaders of this movement here. They tell me they are working to find some sort of legal representation for any students that face any sort of reprimand from school officials. Back to you all.